Your mom wanted this video. Okay, so somebody asked me for a walkthrough video of the car. This is fresh off the Boone Rally, and this is, we're going to start on the inside and go from there. So this is the mount where the camera normally sits. I've got USB power and the audio in from the intercoms. This is the main intercom that we both, this is co-driver, this is driver. So this is the main intercom that we use, zero noise. This is co-driver and driver. And then this is the backup spare that we also have. I've got it directly wired in, but it's also able to be battery operated. If all hell breaks loose, we have a backup power source for this one. I think this one runs on battery as well, but it's kind of hard to get to. This one's right up on top, so it's much easier just to have that spare. And both the cables run each side, as you can see right up here, and they run out to this is the main one, and there should be a backup one there as well, with mine running here. Mine runs around and runs here. So this is the primary and this is the backup. Why do we have a backup? Because I've done many rallies where I was the co-driver and the driver only had one intercom and it failed. That's happened at least 3 times. So I thought, why not just spend the extra 150, 180 bucks, get the spare, be done. Seats are full halo seats in case of side impact, all that fun stuff. The harnesses, I guess we can go through the harnesses. G-force 6-point harnesses that are a pain to get on and off, but they work with the Hans 3-inch to 2-inch, the 3-inch lap belts and 2-inch sub belts. Over here is the connection for the rally safe. That's where the rally safe is. Monitors speed, time, everything. That blue nozzle is fire suppression. So we have one here and we have one there for us, and then there's 3 nozzles in the engine bay. Switch panel, shifter, e-brake, launch control, brake bias, so on off, start button, ignition, the dash, digital dash, fuel pump, fans if I want to run fans without, the fans are on a relay that once it hits 190 I think, or 180, it kicks on and runs it down to 170, so it keeps it between 170 and 180 all the time. Well, when it's idling. When it's on stage, it's up around 200, but it cools very nicely. This is if I want to, before the stage, if I want to get it down to like it'll get it down to like 150, no problem, before the stage, and then it heats up pretty quick on stage. Interior lights, there's a light over here for the co-driver, and then there's a big light up top. Hazards, these are for the big rally lights up front, spot and flood. The spots are just the 2 top ones, the floods are the 2 sides that are pointed out like that. Cool suit is in the back, I'll go over it. Heater, never use a heater. and the USB. I've got USB ports there, and I've got USB ports there that run the camera. Basically, that's it. But if we wanted to charge a phone or anything like that, we could just plug it in there and turn the switch on, and they turn on. See, the little blue light comes on. If you look up there, I'll turn the spots on, and then the floods. So, and then the cool suit that's in the back, hazards, interior, all that fun jazz. Yep, digital dash. It's got a Haltech ECU with an AIM digital dash. All the mom spaghetti wiring that came with the car. Yeah, I don't know. It's a work in progress, pretty much. So, it's got a tilt and pedal box with remote reservoirs, 6-speed dog box. So once I start, I really don't have to use the clutch. So you'd start in first gear with launch control, holding the brake. You start in first gear, launch control, holding the brake. Both of these in. And go. Second, third. You just have to lift a little bit. Fifth. I won't go to sixth because the dogs aren't lined up. But it's basically first gear, you lift, second, lift, see, to third. Sometimes I miss that gate to third. That's why I clutch third. I clutch third and fifth. So if it's in first, all the way to second, and then I'll clutch third, fourth, clutch fifth to sixth, which won't go into sixth, but, and then I've got reverse all the way in the back. So the good thing about the dog box is when you're braking, so let's say you're in fifth gear, third, fourth, fifth, so you're in fifth gear and you're coming up to say a 2, so you need to go back down to second, but you know, you don't know if it's 2 or 3, so you're going, bam, you nail the brake, and you can stay on the brake full force and come down to fourth, down to third, and then if you need it, down to 2 without moving any feet. I mean, you can just nail the brakes and stay on the brakes and come down to fourth, third, second, and really stay on the brakes the whole time and modulate the brakes, because you're going to want to start swinging the car around. But you can modulate, you know, you can nail the brakes, come off of it to start the pivot, and then get on them again to really induce the pivot. So between stages, we'll take our helmets off, put the helmets here, hook, because there's no room in the back for anything really.